Yo, what up, is on?
Samuel here.
Soul Brothers back up in it. How you guys doing?
Puma making moves.
Man, out of nowhere.
They just signed a whole bunch of people. I feel like it's kind of like Adidas last year. That's what they did, remember?
Yeah,
they just signed a whole bunch of draft picks last year.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram and like a whole bunch of other people, I think.
But they just kind of resurrected their whole basketball division from the dead.
Yes.
From years and years of just laying dormant or really
like,
not existing.
A few decades, 10 years or something like that, which is a very, very long time. But you know, it's nice to have another, competitor in the basketball scene, of course. The main players being what? Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. And of course, there is Anta and Li-Ning, the Chinese brands, but
those are really not too present in the U.S.
Yeah, it's like just Klay Thompson and D-Wade, maybe like CJ McCollum, and then there's that other dude on the Trailblazers, I think. Whatever his name is.
Rondo.
Oh yeah, Rondo, of course. But yeah,
Jimmer Fredette.
Jimmer Fredette. Yeah, he's not in the NBA. But anyway, so of course Puma signs a lot of people. They signed who?
Jay-Z to start with.
Oh yeah.
I guess they didn't sign Jay-Z, they did a deal with Jay-Z.
Yes.
And employed him as the head of basketball operations.
Yes.
Or
creative director.
Director of basketball.
I was reading he was the president of basketball or whatever. They're all the same position, right?
Yeah. And it's kind of like, was a little left field to me, but he's a good businessman and he's already involved in sports. I think he manages Kevin Durant, his company. He has a management company.
Really?
They manage some athletes. I think KD is one of them. And a few other people. Drop that in the comments if I'm forgetting anybody, which I'm sure I am. But so he just to kick it off. He's a heavyweight, you know.
Yes, definitely.
So,
that's a good move. Smart move by them. And of course, it's gonna want to pull like people toward the company. Jay-Z is there. You know what I'm saying? So that's a good move by them. And of course, they signed DeAndre Ayton. Ayton. I'm not too familiar with.
Supposedly a big boy contract.
Yeah. No, I heard Bagley was the biggest. I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he signed, I think, a 5-year contract.
Wow.
I wonder how much they wouldn't. I couldn't find anything on like how much he's getting paid from the contract, but it's 5 years I read.
Yeah. And
that's a pretty long time, so he's probably getting paid.
Yeah.
And of course, all of these kids, they're all like what, like 19, 20 years old, right? And they want to get paid, and they're not gonna take. Nike and Adidas, they probably offered a lot less. You know what I'm saying? And of course, they probably will get their own SIG because they're the only people from on Puma or whatever. But if they sign with Nike or Adidas, they probably wouldn't get SIGs unless they were like superstars. So that's probably another incentive for them to sign with Puma. The money and of course getting their own shoe if they would like, but yeah, so they signed the #1 pick, DeAndre Ayton, and of course they signed they signed Marvin Bagley III from Duke and Michael Porter Jr. I think, and they're all big dudes though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know about that because like I was reading a lot of the comments and they were saying like big men don't really move shoes. You know what I'm saying?
They don't. Well, KD is the big dude. But he doesn't play like a big dude.
No, he plays like...
Yeah, so kind of also goes along with how you play.
But Michael Porter Jr., he plays like KD. He's very big, but then he has a shot. He can really do anything on the court.
Yeah, right.
But I don't know about the other two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're mostly big dudes. They can shoot, of course. Basketball is evolving so that everyone, basically has to learn to shoot.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I was reading the comments and a lot of people, that's what they were saying. Yeah, I do kind of agree. Historically, the flashier player usually sells more shoes, like D-Rose, Westbrook, Kyrie, all Curry. So
Shaq.
Shaq. Who bought Shaqs? Right?
There's people that bought Shaq.
Really?
I wasn't one of them, but
but he was a huge player.
Yeah. Literally.
Literally. But yeah. So also moving on to technology that Puma has, they have the rights to boost. So I don't know if they're gonna use it. or are people gonna get mad and say that they are copying Adidas?
I think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna happen
because nobody knows that.
Nobody knows that. Puma's actually had the contract first. They were actually working on that before the company that actually makes Boost signed Adidas or made a deal with Adidas or whatever. But you know, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But it would be dope to have another type of Boost because it's probably not going to be the same exact compounds or whatever.
Yeah, because I've tried one on and it's not the same.
It's called
at least
NRG.
the way they implemented it, it looked just like, not just like Boost, it looked a little different, like the sheen of it.
Yeah.
Like the finish, but and then trying it on, it felt totally different.
Yeah, so if they use that, that would be cool. They also have Ignite, which is another, it's a cushion.
It's a foam, right?
It's a foam that proprietary to Puma, obviously. I haven't personally tried it, but well, I've tried it on, but I haven't like really tested it.
Yeah.
So they can use that cushion, of course, and they have Evo Knit, which is their knit upper. So they have a lot of technologies. You know, they're a big company, so they definitely have the resources to make good basketball shoes. And also, I think it will increase the brand equity if they, you know, sign these people. Also in the U.S., because Puma's not that big in the U.S., but in Europe it's pretty damn big, right?
Yeah, you know, soccer is a worldwide sport, and they're pretty prominent in that. Shoes, I mean, they have kind of I mean, they're classic and they're definitely OGs in the shoe game, but they're kind of more niche and just obviously not as big as like the heavy hitters. And basketball is an ever expanding space to step into, especially in the US and worldwide.
Yeah, it's getting huge worldwide, dude. Like, you know, a lot of Asian companies, EuroLeague, is that what it's called, EuroLeague?
Yeah, the EuroLeague.
EuroLeague is
FIFA,
getting big, I think.
FIFA basketball.
There's FIFA. Oh yeah.
Isn't it
FIBA?
FIBA, sorry.
Yeah, I was like FIFA soccer, bro.
FIFA, yeah.
I was like, what?
No, FIBA, yeah.
Yeah, FIBA.
So yeah, and then you know, the Chinese leagues, you know, huge.
So you know, it's like Donnie Boy just said, it's an ever expanding market, and we're excited for Puma to be joining. But tell us your thoughts on Puma, and where do you think, or how do you think they're gonna do in the basketball game? But anyways, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next one.
Later.
Peace.